Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maureen. So I kind of did something fun this weekend, and that was I went to the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Show. And this is not your grandma's quilt show or anything like that. There were some really amazing, astounding quilts that I saw. So of course I wanted to take you guys along with me. So me and my mother-in-law, we had a really great time there, and we were able to connect and get closer and whatnot. So I want to share with you guys what I saw at the quilt show, and there's a little bit of some behind the scenes from my weekend in Virginia as well. So I hope you guys grab a snack, grab a drink, and enjoy this video, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, so it is Thursday, February 29th, and Joe is taking me to MSY, which is the New Orleans International Airport. Now, if this is your first travel vlog with me, then this may seem a little odd since I live in Jackson, Mississippi, but flying out of MSY is actually cheaper and more convenient than flying out of Jackson. So we usually take the 3-hour trip to MSY, and this time he's not coming with me. This is a solo trip, but he was being a really great hubby and wanted to drop me off. Once I landed, my in-laws, Mama B and Reverend Cook, were there to greet me at Norfolk International Airport. And so we grabbed a bite to eat, and then we turned in for the night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Norfolk. On behalf of this flight crew of Southwest Airlines, welcome you.
So the next morning I got up and got dressed around 8 or so, and we were pretty much out the door by 9 a.m. We really wanted to make sure that we got to the quilt show early in the morning to kind of beat the crowds. Usually on Fridays in this area, traffic is just kind of ongoing. If you're not familiar with the Tidewater area, there are a lot of shipyards, there's a lot of ports, and there's a really huge military presence. So the bridge and tunnel traffic can get very chaotic, but we're all pretty much used to it. I went to school out here, I went to Hampton University, and I actually lived here for 2 years after school. So this is not something that I'm new to necessarily, but I love this area regardless of the traffic. It's beautiful. I'll definitely show you guys some stuff. Mecca. Okay, just kidding, but it's pretty close. So this is actually my first quilt festival. I have never been to a quilt festival. Everyone raves about it, and Mama B had been trying to get me to come to one of these for a couple of years now. And I finally see why. This place is amazing. So there was a ton of artwork, and I'm just going to be quiet as we go through this because I just want you guys to see what I saw and let that be that. Also, feel free to use the pause button just to kind of pause the video and look at something for a little bit longer. Highly encourage it. after I looked around, I wanted to check out some of the vendors. So this particular vendor had appliques, and y'all know I'm on my applique kick, so I had to check them out. Then I went to this vendor, and these baskets were absolutely beautiful. And if I had brought a larger suitcase, a few of these would have been coming home with me. But I digress. I had to leave them here, but they were absolutely stunning, and they were priced pretty reasonably, around 25, 30 bucks. I definitely would have purchased one for sure. Across the way was a yarn vendor. Now, I only crochet, and I crochet with my left hand at that. So all I could do was really just kind of spectate and say, look how pretty, because I'm not a knitter. I'm sorry. Now this was two pieces of artwork that I really could get behind. I'm just kidding. This was gorgeous. They actually used some Vogue patterns for this, and these were some ball gowns that a few people had made, and they were honestly like the belle of the ball. They were right there in the front. Everybody was looking. Everybody was stopping to take pictures. I mean, the details on these were insane. I think I actually got knocked over just then when the camera moved. It was a busy corner, I promise. All of the major sewing companies were represented, and also some that I had never heard of. And then, of course, there were fabric stations as well. Honestly, I didn't see anything that I could really take home. It was a lot of like quilting fabrics and stuff like that. But they were all really, really beautiful, and there was a huge spread of them. And then, of course, Janome. So I found a button vendor, and y'all, these buttons were beautiful, but they were also really, really expensive. For one strip, like the one that I'm picking up, these were 18, but there were a couple that were up to $30. So I decided to leave these behind because it was just not justifiable to me, but they were absolutely gorgeous. So after the quilt show, we went to the town of Phoebus, and we went to this French bistro restaurant called Mango Mango. A little bit about this town. This is literally down the street from my old school, and it did not look like this when I was going to school. So I'm happy to see it really get some shine. This menu was sprawling, and this is the lunch part. I actually ordered the salmon sandwich, and I'm not gonna lie, the ambiance was beautiful, but I did not enjoy my food. I'm sorry. So on Saturday, I caught up with my girl Jasmine. Now, Jasmine is Wesley's wife, and Wesley is Joe's best friend. So I guess you could call us sisters-in-law. She might like that. Yeah, so we headed to downtown Portsmouth, and we actually went to Roger Brown's, where we did some line dancing. Jazz,
Oh,
say hi to
everybody.
YouTube.
Howdy.
So Jazz knows Phyllis, and so we sat at Phyllis's table, and Phyllis is really cool. She knew all of the line steps, like all of them. And tonight's theme was Western, so you know us, we love a theme, y'all. And that's Miss Phyllis right there in the front leading the whole group. a little bit about this activity. Now, I did get out there and I did a little two-step, but I wanted to get this for y'all so you guys can see what this was about. But this is a free event every Saturday from 2 to 6. So if you live in this area and you want something to do on Saturdays, I highly recommend that you check this out. Once again, it's free at Roger Brown's, Saturday 2 to 6. So on Sunday, I got up and I went to church with Mama B, and it was a really good sermon. And so it really just kind of jolted me into writing down my thoughts and just some things that I knew I had to take care of once I got back home. But I will say that I had kind of been in like this really negative or weird headspace because I had been receiving like a plethora of negative or like overly critical comments on YouTube and on Instagram, and it really got to me. And the sermon today was just for me. So while I was contemplating if I should respond to some of these comments and whatnot, God really reminded me that my assignment is bigger than any sort of negative comment or criticism that I may face. And I took that and I went to church with a prayer in my heart that the word would bless me. And that's exactly what happened. And so Dr. Hill, the pastor at Ebenezer, where my mother-in-law goes, he had a sermon where he said, it's easier than you think to follow God's path for you. And it was like, when he said that, I was like, all right, I hear you. I know what you're saying. I know what you're trying to tell me. So I took that and it really just spoke to me. And honestly, it really gave me peace over the entire situation. Now, I have since deleted most of those comments, so I don't want y'all to go looking for them or anything like that. All is well. Blocked, deleted, everything. But I do appreciate the overwhelming love and support that I get 95% of the time. So thank you guys for watching and for listening to my TED Talk. It's Monday and I'm headed home. And I'm also kind of nervous because it is raining, so I'm praying that there are no delays. So I landed around 8 o'clock in New Orleans, and thankfully there were no delays. Thank you guys for watching. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching that video. If you like this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're not following me already, you can follow me at Raven Maureen on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. See you guys next time. Bye!